And that gives me a chance to say, for those of you that had not gotten any music CDs, please get them at my autograph session. I don't have many left, but I hate taking them home. So please get them and let me sign them for you at the autograph session. They're $10 each. Cheapest CD. How much are CDs now? Like 15, 20 bucks.
I know.
Cheapest CDs ever, and it's good music, and I can sign it for you. And if you don't like the music, you can use it as a coaster. You can take a little jigsaw and cut teeth in it, make it like a ninja star. So yeah, ninja stars. And let's see, what else? Anything else? Oh my gosh, I can tell you something. Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
I am so excited about this, I can hardly stand it.
Oh, really?
Now, do me a favor, and hold the excitement until I tell you the whole story, okay? Because it'll take longer if I keep pausing, and we have a lot of things we want to do. A lot of you know that I'm like an original Star Trek fan, like original, right? Captain Kirk, Mr. Spock, I grew up living, sleeping, and breathing. Okay, I mean, I'm not kidding you guys. You could like go, do you remember the episode where the Gorn, I'm like, Arena. Do you remember the episode where they went to back in time, you know, City on the Edge of Forever, or Tomorrow's Yesterday, or, you know, and I could quote you entire dialogue from the shows. I mean, I loved that show when I was a little kid. In fact, the reason why I love you guys so much, and I feel like I know you so well, is because when I was your age, I was making Captain Kirk uniforms and going to Star Trek conventions. I'm not kidding you. I'm getting autographs from Leonard Nimoy and Jimmy Doohan and all of those guys, right? I mean, just like exactly the same way that you guys do this now with anime. So I understand the passion and the love that you have for this and the desire to, like, you know, wear cool costumes and hang out with people that love what you love. So I used to do that. But anyway, okay. So that's me as a little kid. Now, fast forward 70 years, and Mandy, one of my dear friends, Mandy, some of you may know her as General Mandy from the Rangers, she called me like a year and a half ago and she said, have you ever heard of this online web series called Star Trek New Voyages? And I was like, no, but I mean, I know people make, you know, fan things all the time that look like crap. And she said, no, you need to check this out. So I went to their website. You guys, I was blown away. There's a guy named James Cawley, and he's a really good friend of mine now. James used to work with the costume designer for Star Trek, the guy that designed the costumes. And James got permission from Paramount to remake episodes that were in the flavor and in the setting of the original series. Because think about it, all that stuff's copyrighted. Enterprise, Captain Kirk, Mr. Spock, the designs, the uniforms, all this stuff's copyrighted. You can't just decide to make stuff like that and like sell it or anything because it's copyrighted. So Paramount gave him permission to make these episodes on one condition. He wasn't allowed to make money. He can do it for love of the show, and he can put them on the internet for people to enjoy, but he's not allowed, it cannot be a commercial money-making venture. Well, this guy loves Star Trek like I do. We grew up with the same childhood. I mean, literally, building the bridge, you know, in the woods behind our house. I'm not kidding. Or that kind of stuff. We had that very same childhood passion. So James started this production, and because of his connection to the original Trek, his uniforms are spot on perfect.
Oh my gosh.
He has built the bridge, the transporter room, the briefing room, the sick bay, captain's quarters, in a warehouse in upstate New York. And listen to me when I tell you, as somebody who knows Star Trek, they are spot on perfect. I made friends with the guy, and I wrote him and I said, look, you don't know me, I'm nobody, but I'm in this other field, and this is what I do, and I would love to come up and play a character on one of your episodes. Oh, I forgot to tell you this. His episodes are such high production value, he's actually gotten actors from the original show to come on.
Oh my God!
understand this? He's got one episode called The World Enough in Time that has flippin' Sulu on it. As Sulu. Like years, like he was lost in some sort of a transporter accident, and he's ended up on this deserted planet with his wife, and he has a daughter, and now you should see flippin' George Takei. He's like muscles, really well, like ripped, and long hair, looks like Conan. I mean, like a warrior. Okay, he's got another one with Chekhov as the main character. And then he's got like 20 or 30 actors from the original series making cameo roles, appearances in the episodes. Suffice it to say, and then production value, like shooting, editing, music, effects. Guess what, you guys? That are the professionals in their fields nowadays, like Hollywood. All of the professional sound designers, all of the pro camera operators, all of the professional editors and lighting guys, when they were kids, they were huge Star Trek fans. And one of their dreams was to be a part of that show. And he has given them the opportunity to work on a childhood dream. So once or twice a year, all of these professionals bring their gear and their expertise, and they come together to make these episodes. And that's why the production value is so good. And so I wrote him, and we became friends, and he said, sure, if you want to come up, and we've got this character, this Andorian. If you know anything about Andorians, they're blue skinned, and they have white hair and antenna. And he said, if you want to come up and play this Andorian captain in this episode we're doing, I'm like, absolutely. So I went up there last June, and I played this character. And James and I hit it off. I mean, we were like brothers separated at birth, right? We were just quoting lines and talking about our favorite episodes and stuff. And then there was a character in another episode earlier that they didn't like his vocal performance. And James took me aside and said, hey, you're a voice guy, right? A little bit. And he said, would you ADR his entire performance? Wow. So he sent me QuickTime files of every scene this guy was in. Wow. And I dubbed all of his lines to match with his mouth. And you know, he sounded like this first, you know, he's like, you're a bad person, I'm going to kill all of you. There was no menacing, he was a bad guy, but he didn't sound like a bad guy. So like when I was done, he was like, I'm going to kill you. And so it was really fun. And again, so I did that for James, and we became even better buddies. So then this June, you guys, like next month, I was going to be going up and playing another character in the new episode that they're doing. But then the best thing happened. This is going to blow everything away.